I don't think people realize how sensitive he is. He's very good with children, and he loves them very much.
Rather nice for somebody that made it big.
He's concerned about his community, his people.
He's a very polite person and very, very gentle person.
He stood up for what he believed in 1967 when he wouldn't go to war.
He's got a big mouth, which I agree, but whatever he said, he did it.
He has a strong father figure, and I think that this is most important for a black man.
I think he's a credit to the fight game, and I think he's a credit to humanity.
The Harvard class of 1975 invited Muhammad Ali to speak tonight because he is not only a fine athlete and the world heavyweight champ, but also because he has wisdom from outside the boxing world, which he has come here to share with us tonight. So without saying anything further, because the champ says it all, here's Professor Muhammad Ali.
I understand that out of people such as you all come presidents and governors and mayors and great doctors and physicians and scientists and everything. So I said, well, to get something together to talk to these people, it's got to be pretty heavy. So I didn't bring no notes with me. I'm very flattered in coming here because you never could have made me believe years ago when I got out of high school with a D- average. And they gave me the minus because I won the Olympics. Most boxers can't even talk. I don't do no Uncle Tommy, I don't do no shuffling. Ali shuffle, but I'm Uncle Tom shuffle. This is the Ali shuffle, see? We love the Islamic schools. We love our own kind. I don't know nothing about, you know, where I'm not wanted. I'm too proud, too great. Even before I was who I was, I used to walk down the street and black people be marching. Say, you fools, why don't you go somewhere? And people pouring water on you and putting dogs on you. And what the hell's worth that? You gotta be crazy. Watching your sisters all beat up. You niggas make me come on over, let's clean up our own neighborhood and build us a restaurant. Hell, we got the best food, the best music, and everything. Come on over. That's where I used to talk. So I don't know nothing about no forcing and people throwing at me and don't want me. I'm too proud for that. I walk tall. I mean, I know I'm king. What do you mean you don't want me? Pretty as I am. That's the beauty, because you don't know yourself, you've been so tricked. See, Jesus made white with blonde and blue eyes. The Lord's Supper was white with blonde and blue eyes. All the angels was white. Miss America was white. Miss Universe was white. Miss World was white. Tarzan, King of the Jungle. Oh! He was white. A white man swinging through Africa with a iPhone, beating up all Africa. shoes. Now you having busting problems. You ain't be retired, bro. Jesus, all wrong. Everything good was white. The ancient food cake was white. The dead food cake was chocolate. Now you having problems. You white folks on this country, you not happy because you never heard the truth. Big white rain Harriers, white tongue and Boaz, white plus toothpaste, all kinds. Everything was white. Go get 2 dips ice cream. Say, give me a dip of chocolate, dip of vanilla. Bet you $1,000 for this vanilla. Better have old Tom Shank on the bottom. Man desires to understand that which he cannot understand. I don't want to get too heavy for you. I'll repeat it. Man desires to understand that which he cannot understand. Give him the plain, simple truth and reject it. Tell him that Count Dracula's gonna meet the Wolfman on Haunted Hill. Line for 5 blocks. Get him. A wise man can act a fool, but a fool cannot act a wise man. So I do a lot of acting.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Rubber, young man, rubber.
As a kid, I ran the streets, little gangs, not bad gangs. We shot marbles. I went to school, didn't work in school like I should, didn't study like I should. Started boxing at 12. I was so wrapped up in sports, I didn't do like I should in school. And I'm lucky I made it in boxing because if I had to use my brain as far as reading and writing is concerned, I wouldn't be where I'm at now in another field. So I advise all youth to study hard in school, listen and work, do your homework. Because it's going to pay when you leave home, leave mother, leave father, and you have to pay your own food bills, your own rent, things are high. Automation's taking over. So I'd advise them all to work. This is something I never did. And I was wrapped up in sports. I never drank, never smoked, never chased girls, never did nothing that's really bad. I peeped in a few windows and stole a bicycle every once in a while. Things that boys will naturally do, play hooky, run red lights, and throw rocks at chickens and throw water on cars going by and things like that, but nothing real serious. I was basically just the average American kid. All the friends that I had then I still have because they were genuine. I wasn't popular, I wasn't the champion, and all those people with me then are with me more so now because they were with me when I wasn't popular or wealthy, as you may say.
I think it's terrific when a person who has brought themselves up by their own bootstraps decides to make it really count for something socially. And in Muhammad Ali's case, he starts where it really starts, with kids. That's where the future lies. If they grow up to be good, we'll have a better world. And if they go for drugs, which he's very much against, then we'll have a rotten world.
I'm gonna wait till she get to be a big girl, and I'm gonna marry her. If the boat should ever capsize, don't panic. Whatever you do, just lay there and conserve your energy, preserve your energy. Learn how to float, learn how to tread the waters. Because I capsized once on a boat Miami, and I started kicking and jumping, and the boat was standing there, and I was holding it and didn't realize. I thought it was going down, but the boat never did go down because they have air on them. So learn how to preserve and conserve energy, learn how to tread, learn how to float. Youth is the fullness of energy. The soul in the springtime of youth never thinks that there will be a passing stage, for at that time the soul is full of intoxication. It's not the fault of the child, it's just the intoxication at that time of life. The man who is drunk is not responsible for what he does, neither is the child the blame for being blind in his energy. It's natural. As I look around and see these children throwing rocks and seeing them jumping and falling and rolling, we don't do these things now. We start getting over 21 years old. We get a little age on us, bones start hurting, and it hurts to fall. But these kids are just jumping and running because they're full of energy, and it's the best time of life, and never again will we ever be that way or have experienced that. And so since we can't enjoy it, it's just nice tuning in on them, hanging with them and watching them enjoy life, but they don't realize how nice it is until they get at our ages too.
He keeps his mind clean, thus his body's clean, so he is a perfect example of all youth to follow.
You know, sometimes you see reindeers out here. There's a little creek of water down there, and I bet you reindeers sometimes stop over there. And rabbits, early in the morning. You know, rabbits and things are smart. If you come out here early in the morning, you see little rabbits hopping across the trail and everything. And lizards and sometimes snakes. You like snakes?
Yeah.
Don't like snakes?
No.
Like rabbits?
Yeah.
You don't like reindeers?
Yeah.
Like tigers and lions?
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as they're in the zoo, right?
People say, what makes you so pretty? I say, my mom and my daddy.
Very good son. He's good to me. He's good to the family. He's good to everyone as a whole.
12 years old, I prophesied it. I saw that he was a champ. He fought like Joe Louis, a champion, had been highly experienced, practiced, and trained. The first, second fight he had, this boy he boxed was named O'Keefe. He was 16 years old. He had been boxing for 4 years in training. Muhammad Ali, which is my son now, licked him, knocked him out at his first, second fight. And I looked at him, waved forward, I said, I got a champ.
I admire his character, you know, his humbleness in a way that is unique and extraordinary, and how he can relate to people. As, for instance, taking that little kid in the ring there, taking out time to do things like that is very sensitive and profound when you find a guy of his esteem and stature. They don't usually do that.
Just to have all good people who care, that is my dream.
Muhammad Ali is the most available superstar in our era. Anybody can see him, anybody can approach him. Now with kids, he loves kids. And I don't care who they are, where they're from.
Hi, baby. Let her come up here. Walk up here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Ain't she pretty?
Sweet.
How you doing?
Sweet. Darling.
What's your name? These are the kind of fans I got. She don't follow boxing, she just follows Ali.
Well, what's amazing about my kid is he's a super athlete. In other words, he would have been great any sport he tried to conquer, because I think he would have made a great tight end. He would have made a great halfback, actually. He's got great speed, great reflex action.
Prettiest fighter! The prettiest fighter all the time! The greatest!
He got in shape while he been here. 10 days. When you're born to do something, it's very easy.
When I was a little boy, I used to follow Batman till I got greater.
Many clients of mine are doctors, attorneys, and I find that he learns much more rapidly and understands much more fully than most of these people.
I'm the most intelligent boxer in the world. I talk to people. Think I can whoop a tiger and a lion?
Yeah.
Don't you mess with Muhammad Ali. That's me!
One more like him, we could take Russia. What's best about the kid that he eats the proper foods. He don't smoke, he don't drink, and he only messes around with organic foods. He eats proper food. I know he's always worried about kids eating the wrong food.
Good old milk ain't nothing like milk, boy, for your bones. That's why I knocked out George Foreman, Joe Frazier. I drank milk all the time. All children should drink milk. Eat this good whole wheat bread, good white navy beans, good prune juice, natural honey, little things like this. People should put emphasis on it. All of you little kids, watch old Mr. Tooth Decay, because he's dangerous. I can beat every man in the world, but there's one man I just can't seem to beat yet, and that's Mr. Tooth Decay. And that's why I need all of you out there to help me. Muhammad Ali, the world's heavyweight champion. I've lost 2 or 4 of my teeth. I got my teeth. and Mr. Tooth Decay will get you. Because I'm the greatest fighter of all times, and Mr. Tooth Decay don't worry about my fist. Mr. Tooth Decay sneaks in on me late at night. He comes after I eat a piece of candy, some cake, some ice cream, some pudding, some cookies, even drinking sodas, whatever that's got sugar in it. Mr. Tooth Decay hides, he lay in the cracks, and while you're asleep at night, he takes out his chisel and his hammer, and he works. And one day when you get to be big, you look and you don't have no teeth. Mr. Tooth Decay done got your teeth. That's why I see old people have false teeth in the mouth. Because when they were little kids, they didn't realize who Mr. Tooth Decay was. But since I'm the world's greatest fighter, they have come to get me to fight Mr. Tooth Decay. Muhammad Ali beat Joe Frazier. Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman. I beat everybody in the world. Now there's only one man that can't nobody beat, and they call me to do the job. Just like they call the $6 million man to do jobs. Just like they call Superman to do jobs. They call Batman to do jobs. Well, they call Muhammad Ali, and now we are on our way now in the car. We're going to round up some more of the Ali gang, because I got to round up children from all over the country. Not only the country, but I want children from Africa, children from China, London. We have to get Mr. Tooth Decay.
I like to kick his butt.
I don't like fighters who talk too much. That's my job. I'm the talker. Who touched the hem of my garment?
He's the greatest fighter I've ever known. But his personal, just being a man, period. He's one of the greatest men I have ever known. He's easy to get along with. He's not hard to work for, and he loved the public. He always trying to do something to entertain or help the public.
Lloyd Price and B.B. King. Lloyd Price. B.B. King. Yeah. How can I lose with the stuff we use?
He doesn't mind speaking on things that he believes in. What he believes in, he'll speak out for it. Things he don't like, he'll say he don't like them. And that, to me, I think is good for most people. A few of us have, well, for instance, I'll take myself. There are times things happen that I don't like. But if nobody asks me, I won't say it. But he would.
I can name 1,000 things I've been doing. And I'm just going to do this just for your sake. And I'm not doing it for no publicity. I just bought 25 school buses at $15,000 a bus to give away to my brothers in their school, private schools. Muslim schools throughout the country. I'm not doing this. I don't need no image. I don't need no press.
Very few people actually give and don't look for nothing in return. And I try to be a true giver. So whether it's buses or whatever I do, my reward is in knowing I'm helping the people, knowing the children have buses, knowing the teachers can educate them and help them. So my reward ain't in going to the press and telling the press so people can say, ain't that nice, look what he did. My reward is in God himself knowing that I did and me knowing that I did. That's my reward. And riding and by and hiding across the street and parking my car in a lot, watching the children get on the bus and coming back before school, that's my reward, knowing I'm helping, not because the press don't hear it. So if the press never heard it, then I'm that much happier because I'm doing it from my heart.
I just never looked at him as a boxer. I looked at him as a tremendous personality, perhaps the greatest I've ever met. Having been acquainted with and known quite well Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, and John Kennedy. However, I feel that Muhammad far surpasses their personality in dealing with people.
I'll go 10 more years with no problem.
I'll give you
2. You give me 2. Who are you? See how quick I think?
It's indeed an honor to be the brother of the greatest athlete, not heavyweight champion ever lived, but he's the greatest athlete that ever walked the planet Earth.
The camp of the champ. Ain't nobody running us out of here, because we will get them all in the Ali gang all over the world. When we say that's it, that's it.
His camp is something creative that shows his creative genius. His camp is something that many people will be able to use in the future. His camp is something that will go down in history as a part of his contribution to other people, because I think he has it more for other people than for himself. He's very interested now in getting the United States Olympic boxing team to train there. And I think it'll be a great thing for the kids who admire him, who will be on the team, and it'll be, he'll feel like he doesn't want any money for this. He doesn't want anything, no publicity, anything for this. He just wants the kids to have the opportunity to train at a really great place where a kid can be trained for his craft of boxing or whatever skill he has. When you have quality and you have the kind of personality that Muhammad has, people will come to you. I don't care where you hide or where you go.
One time I asked Muhammad, we're driving in his bus, he was driving, I was sitting up with him. I said, did you ever hate anybody? He said, no. I said, how about the people you fought? He said, no, no hatred for anybody. I told him one time after the fight in Zaire, I said, Ali, you could have hit Foreman 3 times on the way down. He said, well, he was out and it's no sense fouling anybody up. I said, if you would have been going down, he would have hit you with the ring stool.
I don't give this to the boxing world. They don't pay for this. They want to see me beat up somebody, and when I knock them out, I always call the referee in to stop it. When a man get a certain wisdom, he don't feel right fighting people that you're not mad at and give a man a brain concussion. I had this Ron Lau knocked out, told the referee to stop it. I had James Ellis knocked out, told the referee to stop it. I had Jerry Quarry unconscious. I said, come stop it. I'm not going to pound a man to death and give him a hemorrhage or brain concussion who's got a family, a wife outside watching, little children, just to please a crowd. And tomorrow to be old news, this man's crippled for life, and they paid me some money. My knowledge won't allow me to hurt nobody. It wouldn't allow me to go to no war and shoot nobody.
How you feel?
Yeah.
You a good boy?
Yeah.
All right. Can you box?
Yeah.
Let me box. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Huh? I don't want no trouble. Do you want trouble?
No.
Oh, good. Me neither. If all kids just had folks, what a great world this would be.
You can't beat his charm. You can't beat his ability to get what he wants done. I think that he has inspired showmanship in the fight game, as well as some showmanship and glamour that was lacking in the theatrical field as well. I think he's brought stimulation, life, energy, and a dollar level to our mediums, television and films. And he's just one hell of a good thing to have. And I think we're very fortunate. We're very fortunate that he wasn't angry and that he wasn't emotionally wrecked so that he spanked us, because we really deserved it, I think.
I'm happy because I'm fulfilling my purpose of life. See, everything was created for purpose. Trees have a purpose. The moon has a purpose. Rats have a purpose. Insects, everything God created has a purpose. That's another one of my lectures entitled The Purpose of Life. And the wise man is he who knows his life purpose. See, 10 men with the knowledge of their purpose are more powerful than 1,000 men working from morning until evening and who don't know their purpose.
I don't feel that Muhammad should be made into a mystical kind of individual. I don't think that his philosophy is necessarily, overall philosophy that he has espoused over the years should be something that we try to totally live by. Because having been a Muslim for a long time, even their views are changing as they get more understanding of people in the world, because it is a universal world. I mean, it is a world, and although we deal in blackness, and Muhammad has talked about the greatness of blackness, I think that eventually he will be talking about the greatness of goodness. So I think history will have to wait to decide what it wants to say about Muhammad Ali.
I don't know how I'm going down in history. As they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it's up to the people to look at me the way they see me. I don't know how they see me. I don't do what I do to go down in no certain way. I just do what's natural and live like I want to live, and they just judge me the way they want to. I'm not at the point in life where the whole world knows me. I imagine I'm the most familiar face in the whole universe, worldwide in every country. And why be popular? Why be so-called great or wealthy and not contribute nothing back for mankind?
This poem explains how I feel to be as great as me. This is it. Me, we.
Don't worry, I'll get him the next round.
Cool, champ. All right, champ. You're cool.
I'm here to tell you about St. John's natural ice cream. Natural goodness just like me. Fresh tasting, natural sweet, pure goodness, delicious goodness. Ain't nothing artificial about it, right? Don't give Joe Frazier none.
Right. Yeah, cool all the way. Go get him.
I'll get him.